Another doubleheader against the Lombard Orioles. They completed one yesterday. Lombard took both games, and in both games, the A's were shut out 5-0 and 1-0. Game 2 went into extra innings. After 7 scoreless innings, it went into the 8th. For those of you who may not know, doubleheaders in amateur baseball are often played to 7 innings rather than 9. The first game was pitched by Taylor Schwartz for the A's. Second game by Lucas Wilsing was the starter. He pitched 5 scoreless innings and then was pulled in favor of Bryce Taylor. Taylor got the loss in the game, allowing the game's only run and a few hits. Today, the starting pitcher for the A's will be Derek Lumens, a Lakeland College ball player. Today, it's going to be a lot tougher for the A's. Schwartz and Wilsing are two of the top pitchers for the A's, have been in the past. And yesterday's games were pretty competitive, but it was obvious from the beginning that the A's were outclassed. Today, we can just hope to take a game. But moreover, I hope to see some good baseball. Now the managers and umpires are conferencing at home plate, exchanging lineups, and soon we will have the national anthem and the first pitch. This is Sheboygan A's Baseball, brought to you by DeFore Advertising. So with yesterday's games in, Lombard moves to 6-1 in the Wisconsin State League. The A's fell to 1-3. Kenosha leads the league with a record of 9-0 in league play. Of course, Lombard and Kenosha have not yet met this season. I can tell you those are going to be some exciting games when they do meet. Shapes up to be a battle atop the state league this season. In the other two leagues, Appleton leads the Northeastern Wisconsin League, record of 6-1. Sheboygan's record is even at 3 apiece, puts them 2.5 games back. In the Langsdorff League, Kenosha leads that as well, a perfect 6-0 record. Sheboygan just 2 games back, 4-2 record. In the state league, the standings go as such: Kenosha, Lombard, Sheboygan, Eau Claire, Oshkosh, and Addison. Eau Claire was the ball club that took 1 game away from Lombard in the first game of a doubleheader. Of course, then Lombard came back and crushed Eau Claire. But like I said, this season shaping up to be quite competitive in the Wisconsin State League. The lineup for the Orioles: Angel, will be playing second base. Sasane will be playing shortstop. John Ryan in right. Minadero at first. Heelan is catching. Candia is the designated hitter. Loria, the left fielder. Landwehr, the third baseman. And Colombo, the center fielder. Pitching for Lombard will be Stoley. And Lumens will be facing that Lombard lineup for the A's. A's lineup, Greg Rude will be leading off, and he'll be playing shortstop. Luke Maldonado will be at second base. Harry Stout will be catching. Cole Hiley in left. Chad Langley at third. Grant Evans designated hitting. Trevor Tyson at third. Barwick in center. Jeremy McCarty in right. Those are the lineups. And the A's are taking the field now, just moments ahead of the national anthem. And then we'll have our first pitch and be underway on this very fine Father's Day, June 16th, 2013. Wind is blowing out, hitter's wind. Temperature is creeping up towards 80 degrees. Barely any clouds in the sky. Couldn't ask for a better day. And now we have the national anthem. And for those of you who listen in frequently, you may have noticed that the national anthem is not broadcast. That's because we don't have a hookup to the stadium PA. So for those of you listening, it's silent, and you could take that moment of silence to remember our brave men and women in uniform and the freedoms that they fight for as the national anthem is played here in the park. Leading off, first bat of the game, Zanhel. That is Rick Angel, or Ricky as it was put on the. And now a grounder to short, fielded, throw made, one away. And that will be Susane, the next batter. And Lumens will hit him in the back. Umpire having a talk with Lumens. It's like they're discussing the baseballs. Not quite sure. Fairly sure that Lumens lost his grip on that one. That one plunks Susane right in the back. John Ryan, the next Orioles batter, he takes strike one. Throw over to first. Susane back in time. Oh, and 2 now the count. Ball 1 on the 0-2 pitch. And then ball 2 evens the count. Lumen sets, checks, and delivers. Swing, and this one lifted into right center. Caught. 2 away. Nick Minadero, the first baseman, steps in. He'll take strike 1. That one hit the outside corner. Lumens up again 0-2. Throws a ball, and Stelt launches one into the outfield on the successful steal attempt by Susane, and he'll take an extra bag on a E2. But it's 1-2, so 2 outs, only one One strike needed here for the A's to come to the plate. Infield fly, and it falls. It falls. Lumens was under it, but apparently he got called off. By who remains in question because no one stepped up to catch the ball. So it should have been out number 3 is a base hit, and a run scores for the Orioles. Quite frankly, I'm a bit flabbergasted by that play. It is a convention that the pitcher doesn't catch infield flies, is waved off. That's all well and good, but then obviously someone else needs to catch it. That is just the kind of play that the Sheboygan A's cannot afford to make if they want to beat teams like Lombard. I think yesterday's games proved that the A's can beat Lombard if they play well and have good pitching. Lumens has been working ahead of batters here so far. Right now that's the case, 1-2. The throw, swing and a grounder to third. Throw made, and the A's get out of the inning after allowing 1 hit and 1 run. This is Sheboygan A's baseball, brought to you by DeFore Advertising. Leading off for the A's, Greg Rood. And the Lombard Orioles have a bevy of left-handed pitchers, and Stoley is one of them. 1-1, the count to Rood. Next pitch, a called strike. Swung on and hit up the middle. That'll be a base hit. Susani trying to get it, but it was a hopper. Jumped over his glove as he moved for it. That's a base runner for the A's. Luke Maldonado now. So he sets and delivers. Ball one. And then strike one called. Next pitch is low. And then one sails in high. 3-1. And then ball four. That one was close, but Maldonado held back, and he gets his base. Runners on first and second now for the A's. And up comes Harry Stelt. Stelt better at the plate than he is behind it. But in his defense, he is not the A's starting catcher. That'll be Grant Evans. He's having some arm problems, so he's been hitting for the A's, but has not been behind the dish. Stelt has stepped in for some games, as he did yesterday and again today. Swing and a foul that bounces behind the batter's box. Stoley sets and delivers. Swung on and a grounder to short. One away. And the double play is turned. Harry Stelt hits into a double play, but Rude advances to third. Cole Hiley. He takes strike one. Now he swings in a little dribbler that's barely fair right in front of the plate. And he'll be thrown out. So the A's leave one stranded. Do not answer the Orioles run, and it's 1-0 after one complete. This is Sheboygan A's Baseball, brought to you by Dufour Advertising. leading off for the Orioles is Candia. Oh and 1. And then a ball. That one certainly looked good. Candia had a good eye. Or at least same eye as the umpire. And now a grounder that gets through the left side. Rude dived for it, but did not come up with it. That'll be a base hit for Candia. Dan Loria, the left fielder, now at the plate. Swung on and knocked into right. Catch made by McCarty. Yesterday was Hall of Fame day or night, however you want to take it, at Wildwood Park. And Jason Bischoff was inducted. And one of the stories that were told about him during his induction, one of the things mentioned is he would gun guys out at first from right, either on flies when guys wouldn't get back fast enough or grounders that got through, he would knock them down. He had a heck of an arm. And he was a heck of an offensive player as well. Helped the A's to the WSL championship in '97 and 2001. Of course, those are the reasons he's put in the Hall of Fame, as well as being in the top 10 in nearly every offensive category. Top 10 for the A's. The 1-2 pitch is fouled back. Stelt goes back for it and catches it. 2 away now. Stelt, as I said, is not now one is lifted up in the infield. This one is caught by Rude. And the Orioles go down, leave one stranded. And it'll be 1-0 as the A's come up in the bottom of the second. Leading off for Sheboygan will be Chad Langley. He'll take a strike. And then a pitch in the dirt. That'll even the count. Langley batting an even third coming into this game. 2-2 now, the count to him. Now one fouled back. Now a high pitch will fill the count. Langley holds back and draws a walk. Grant Evans, designated hitting today. He will watch ball one. Two and 0 now. Heelan just took a moment to head out to the mound and talk to Stoley for a bit. Try to calm him down, get him to put him over the plate, but didn't seem to have too much effect. 3-0 is the count. Now one catches the corner, making it 3-1. And strike two called. The payoff pitch swung on and falling back. Heelan goes for it, but that one is into the stands, right over the backtop. That one a nice high parabola. Caught a piece of that one, Evans did, and it goes into the backstop. It'll stay alive. Does the same on the next pitch. Stoley sets and delivers. Swung on, and another one fouled out of play. Evans battling now. Fouling him off until he finds one he can drive. Of course, this is after being ahead in the count 3-0. And another one out of play. Right on to Wildwood Avenue. And most likely into the woods. And board to the opposite side of the street. Swing and a miss by Evans. That was ball 4. But Evans lost his patience. And that's one away for the A's. Trevor Tyson comes to the plate. And besides that last swing, it was a pretty good at-bat for Evans. Good battle. And Tyson takes a strike. That one inside. Caught the edge of the plate. One and one now the count. Foul out of play. Count is now even at 2 apiece. We're at first. 1 out. Swung on and a pop-up. That is caught by the shortstop, Susane. That's 2-way for the A's. Dan Barwick. Ball 1, that one was low. Swung on, and that one will drop into left center. A base hit for Dan Barwick. And Jeremy McCarty, the batter. Sitting at the bottom of the A's order. Looks at a strike. And a swing and a miss. The 0-2 pitch fouled out of play. Once again, it is 0-2. Swung on, popped into shallow left. Catch made, and the A's are retired. The two stranded failed to put up a run, and after two complete, it's 1-0 Lombard. This is Sheboygan A's Baseball, brought to you by Dufour Advertising. Leading off for the Orioles will be Ricky Angel. And strike one. So Ricky Angel has one strike against him. Next pitch, a breaking ball that doesn't find the zone. And then ball two. Count is even now. Swing and a grounder to short. Throw made, and that's one away. Eric Susane is the batter, and Lumens deals him one in the dirt. And then one inside. And then a close one, but ball three called. Swing and a miss. That will fill the count. So after getting down 3-0, Lumens battles back in. Now he's in position to make the payoff pitch. He does, and it's a grounder up the middle. Fielded, throw. Throw was a little off, and it will result in a base hit. Look like he beat him, but the throw did not. Rude's throw was just a hair late. He had to hustle to even field the ball, so it's a good infield single for Susane. Now a grounder to second, flip, and turn two. And the A's get out of it with that one. Very nice play made. And the Orioles go down without scoring a run. It remains 1-0 in their favor. This is Sheboygan A's baseball, brought to you by Dufour Advertising. Rude will be leading off for the A's here in the bottom of the third. Breeze blowing out. It's gotten a bit stronger here. Of course, a lot of times at Wildwood Park there's a cross breeze. I'm coming off the lake, or else a west wind, as it's got a southern orientation. You sit at home plate and you'll be looking south. But today it's blowing out. Hasn't been a factor at all. Full count to Rude. Ball for the Rude. Luke Maldonado is the batter. Squares to bunt, pulls back, pitch in the dirt. Now, some managers feel that bunting and hits and runs and etc. are what oftentimes is equated with small ball is not the best way to go about playing the game. Manager Tyler Martin doesn't seem to think that, but there are multiple ways to win a ball game. Maldonado not now. He's going to bunt. He swings and misses at a ball that was in fact in the dirt. That was kind of to shield Rude, who takes two. Successful stolen base attempt. No throw was made. And ball two. Full count. Maldonado swings. That one will be an out. It was a fading liner, and Susane dropped it initially, but he scooped it up, made the throw, and instead of an error, it's just a normal 6-3 play for those of you keeping score at home. Harry Stout comes to the plate. Strike one called. Stoley checks Rude at second, then delivers. Stout lifts one deep into left center. Well, that one will be caught, but Rude will take and go, and is at third. Cole Hiley is the next batter. Big swing and a foul tip for Hiley. Strike one. Oh, and 2 now, the count on Hiley. He's going to have to battle back to get into this one. He lifts one into left, and that one will fall. An RBI for Cole Hiley, and waiting the official score on it. And that's a double for Hiley. Gloria misplayed it in left, but it scored as a base hit. Nah, I think it should be. In any event, it's an RBI, and with that, the A's tie the game. Chad Langley now the batter. A very high pitch. Heelan had to jump for that one, but he brought it down. And Hiley will remain at second. 1-1 pitch is driven by Langley, but it is a foul ball. 1-2. One and two the count to Langley. And he knocks one that bounces off the plate and behind it. Foul ball. That'll hold the count right where it is. Stoley checks highly, delivers, and Langley knocks in opposite fielder. That one goes deep in the left. He tries for two, and he is there, standing up. That's a 1 RBI double for Chad Langley. And with that, the A's take the lead. Jeez. Pardon. The A's now hold their first lead of this series. Grant Evans is the batter, and it's 1-1 to him. Strike two called. Now on fouled in the backstop. Pitch in the dirt. Evans motions for Langley to stay at second. And now a high fly in the left. That one will fall. And Langley, though, is thrown out at the plate. Little Lack of alertness on the base paths. There were 2 outs, so Langley should have been running regardless. If it was caught, that would have been it. And if it fell like it did, he should have been in to score easy, but he was thrown out at the plate. Loria dived for it and missed it. Landwehr went back and couldn't get to it. But Landwehr got the ball, threw it in, and Langley was thrown out. Lack of awareness at the base paths costs the A's a run, possibly more, as they're taken out of the inning. And that's the second big mistake the A's have made in the game. But despite that, they hold a 2-1 lead after 3 complete. This is Sheboygan A's Baseball, brought to you by Dufour Advertising. Leading off, Midadero. And Minadero is retired. And up comes the catcher, Heelan. How was he put up? Olin won the count on Heelan. And strike 2 called, a breaking ball. And now one deep into left. Hiley goes back into the wall. Doesn't make the catch, but he picks up the ball, gets it in. That's a big double for Heelan. And runners on second and third now for the Orioles. No outs. Armando Candera. Candia. 1-0 to him. Now 2-0. And Mindadero, in fact, got a single. Little obstruction of my view. He's now on third. And the bases are loaded with no outs here in the top of the fourth. Lumen's in a jam. Loria is the batter. Swings and falls one into the backstop.
Landy Verhasset, you're a contestant for the Lecture Lanes Pitch for Pins.
Strike two called. Lumen's working ahead again. 0-2 on Loria. Now one way outside, wasted pitch. Swing and a miss, and Loria goes down. That's the first strikeout of the game for Derek Lumens. Lumens not an overpowering pitcher, but he's got some good pitches, and he's a smart pitcher. Speaking of good pitches, strike one called on the breaking ball. And now a fly into right center that will fall. One run will score. Miscommunication between McCarty and Barwick. So that's the tying run. Two apiece. Bases remain loaded. And Lumens has to be getting frustrated with the defensive lapses. He has been pitching quite well. Strike two called. That evens it up. Lumens sets and delivers. Swing and a grounder to third. Throw to the plate. Force out. And that's two away. A's could have got out of the inning with a double, but there was no time for that. They got the force at home, so prevents a run from scoring. Bases remain loaded. Top of the order. Ball one. Ricky Angel. Swing, a drive into left. Hiley catches it. And the A's get out of a jam. Only one run allowed after having the bases loaded for a couple of batters. And the score is even at two apiece. This is Sheboygan A's Baseball, brought to you by DeFore Advertising. Leading off for the A's will be Trevor Tyson, then followed by Dan Barwick, and then Jeremy McCarty. Swing and a miss. Stoley winds and delivers. Shot into the gap and left center. And that's a single for Tyson. Dan Barwick is the next batter. First pitch delivered to Barwick is way up. And now a beautiful bunt laid down by Barwick. He hustles. He's just out. Stoley hustled and made the play. That'll advance Tyson, and Jeremy McCarty is the next batter. Flew out his first time up. And now a hot grounder up the first base line. Called foul. Swing and a miss. The 0-2, McCarty reaches out, and he'll be thrown out after grounding to short. To the top of the order, Greg Rude. He's got Tyson on third for him. Base hit here will have the A's regain the lead. Ball one. Rude looks at 3 straight balls. And then a strike crosses the plate. 3-1, and now Rude will be swinging away if he sees that one he likes. Thought he saw it. Swing and a miss. And after being spotted 3 balls, Rude goes down on strikes. swinging strikeout. The A's failed to put one up in the bottom of the frame, and the score remains all square at 2 apiece. This is Sheboygan A's Baseball, brought to you by DeFore Advertising. Eric Susane. Lumens winds and delivers. Strike one. Curveball fell in there. I'll swing, and this one will fall into shallow center. John Ryan is the next Orioles batter. He's the right fielder. Ball one. And ball two. That one just a little outside. Just a tad. Lumens gets the sign, sets, checks, delivers. Ball three. Strike one called. Throw over to first, and now there's a rundown. But it doesn't turn out to be much of one. Langley makes the tag. And I don't know if you count that as a caught stealing or a base running error, but that's 2 away. The A's catch a mistake, a rare mistake, by the Orioles. Good throw over by Lumens to catch him off the bag. Susane was in no man's land. Full count, the pitch. That one was low and inside, ball four.
Next up for Lombard, number 34,
Nick Minadero now the batter. Swing and a miss. Umans delivers. Strike two. Throw down a first from Stout. Ryan back in time. Swing and a choppy one to short. Throw to second. And the double play not completed. So that will be 6-4. And Mitadero will reach on the fielder's choice.
Next up for the Orioles, number 15, Scott Heelan.
Scott Heelan. And Lumens delivers. That one's inside. 1-1. And now a liner in the left. And that'll be a base hit. A single for Heelan.
Designated hitter, Armando Candia.
Mondo Candia. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on and hit into shallow right. Caught by McCarty. And that'll be it for the Orioles in the fifth. They leave two stranded, fail to put up a run. And the A's will get their chance in the bottom half. This is Sheboygan A's Baseball brought to you by DeFore Advertising. Pitching change for the Orioles. Coming in will be Andrew Mamlik. So Stilley comes out after 4 innings pitched, giving up 2 runs on 6 hits.
Pitching for Lombard,
Mamlick
Andrew Momlick.
is a
Leading off the inning for Sheboygan, second baseman Luke Momlick.
right-handed pitcher. Luke Maldonado will be leading off for the A's. Oh and 1 on a foul back. Now a pitch in the dirt. Maldonado tried to check his swing, but they said he went. 0 and 2. And now strike 3, and Maldonado will go down on 3 pitches.
Next up for the A's, number 17, Harry Stellett.
Harry Stout. First pitch to him is in the dirt. And then ball 2. Now strike 2 called. That evens the count. And now a comebacker that heads right into the body of Mamlick. He kind of tried to dodge it, but hit him in the ribs. He covers, though, and throws Stelt out. That's 2 away.
Left fielder, number 41,
Mamlick takes a
Cole Hiley.
warm-up pitch after getting plunked. That last one. Cole Hiley is the bat for the A's, and he has 1 ball and no strikes. Now swings and misses. A foul back, and Hiley is down 1-2. Full count. Hiley lifts a high one into right. It's caught, and the A's go down in the 5th. After 5 complete, score is 2-all. This is Sheboygan A's Baseball, brought to you by Charter Communications. leading off for the Orioles in the top of the sixth, it will be Loria, followed by Landwehr, and then Colombo.
Leading off the top of the sixth, Dan Loria.
Strike one called. Lumen starts him off with a curve. Now a foul away. 1-2. Lumens is a really effective pitcher when he has a curveball going, as he has had today. Not overpowering. He's allowed 8 hits, but only 2 runs, and probably shouldn't even be that many. There's been some boneheaded plays in the field by the A's. Two and two the count. The pitch swung on, grounded to second. Throw made, and that's one away.
If you don't come up here and claim your pitcher, Bud Light, I'm going to take it. Program 459.
Little B. Jack Landwehr.
Chad Landwehr, and he'll take a strike on the breaking ball. One inside. Evens the count. Now Lumens will issue a walk to Landwehr. And up comes Colombo. Strike one. Now a grounder to second. It is not turned. One out was made. The leading runner will be sent back to the dugout. But Colombo will reach on the fielder's choice. Steal attempt. Throw is just off. It was in time, but it was off the bag.
Batter is second baseman number 7, Rick.
Maldonado had to go get it, and as a result, that is a successful steal attempt for Colombo. Strike one after ball one. Angel is the batter. And now he lifts one out of play over the right field line. Ball two, that one outside. That's one of the things that makes Lumens a fairly effective pitcher. When he's got that curveball going, they fall in for strikes. Then he'll throw fastballs out of the zone. And now a grounder to third, and the Orioles will be out of the inning. Score still 2-2. This is Sheboygan A's baseball, brought to you by DuFour Advertising.
$10 gift certificate from Eastville. If not, he's going to get a
New pitcher for the Orioles,
Now pitching for Lombard.
number 33, Scott Plaza.
Leading off the inning for Sheboygan, first baseman, number 29, Chad Langley.
Leading off for the A's is Chad Langley.
459. I'm losing my patience. I'm getting thirsty. 459.
Swing and a grounder up the middle. Well, that'll be a base hit for Chad Langley on the first pitch shown him. Grant Evans. Want to know? Throw over to first. I think Denny Moyer, the general manager of the A's, is trying to motion to manager Tyler Martin to get something going here, take some chances, push a run across and hope that'll sustain him. Now a bunt is attempted, but it's fouled to the backstop. 1-2. Now, Denny being greeted by his family on this Father's Day. Now a word of thanks to all fathers in our listening audience. Evans pops one up. A bunt attempt. It's caught, and that'll be it. No double play, luckily. Now, Trevor Tyson. He'll take strike one. Swing and a choppy one to second. And that will be a double play by virtue of the fact that Langley was out of the baseline. He dodged the tag of Onell, but you say he was out of the baseline and he was out. Throw made to first and double play completed. That was a tough one. So the A's leave none stranded, fail to score a run, and it's still 2-2 as the Orioles are set to come up in the top of the 7th. This is Sheboygan A's Baseball, brought to you by Dufour Advertising. Leading off for the Orioles is Eric Susanes. He squares to bunt, pops it into the backstop. Lumens winds and delivers. A shot into center, caught by Barwick. One away. John Ryan. And a called strike to him on the breaking ball. One and one the count now. Swing and a choppy one to short. Fielded by Rude. Throw made. Two away. And the first baseman, Nick Mitadero, is now at the plate, representing the Orioles. Final batter of the game, possibly. A's, of course, would need to score a run in their portion of the frame to put up a W. And swing, and this one into center. Barwick pretty much right under it. And Lombard goes down. 2-2, and the A's come up in the bottom of the 7th, needing one run to win. This is Sheboygan A's baseball. Dan Barwick will lead things off for the A's in the bottom of the 7th. He'll watch ball 1. Dan Barwick, after watching ball 1, falls one away to even the count. One and two now. Swing and a miss, and down goes Barwick. Pinch hitter now for the A's. Lucas Wilson will get a chance here to make a difference. And in short order, there are 2 strikes on Wilson. Now Wilson makes contact. That one a grounder to first. Flip to the pitcher covering. 2-way for the A's. And Greg Rood will be the batter. Rood takes strike 1. Pitch caught the outside half of the plate. Two and one now. Now 2 more balls will result in Rood being issued a walk. Luke Maldonado is the next A's batter. And we'll see what he can do here. 1 man on, 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. Throw over to first. Rood back in time. Another throw over. Same result. Third throw over. Rood gets dirty. Back in time. Maldonado is yet to see a pitch. It's ball one when he does. And now a grounder through the left side. Base hit for Maldonado. They're now 2 men aboard as Harry Stout strides to the plate.
Next up for Sheboygan, the catcher, number 17, Harry Stelt.
Runners on first and second now. A good rip into the outfield will be just what the doctor ordered for the A's. See if Stelt can deliver. Of course, if you were to just get on base, that would be a victory. Hiley would then be tasked with driving in the winning run. Stout watches ball one. That one looked pretty close, but good eye. Swing, and this one grounded to third. And that's it for the A's. After 7 complete, the score is knotted up at 2 apiece, and for the second time in this series, we'll be going into extra innings here at Wildwood Baseball Park. This is Sheboygan A's baseball. Top of the 8th. Leading off will be Heelan. Inside pitch. Ball one. Strike one called. Good low pitch. Now Lumens deals the ball in trying to find the same spot. And breaking ball that just misses. 3-1. Swing, and that one's a long foul ball that bounces on Wildwood Avenue and into the forest, the woods, the grove of trees, whatever you want to call it. And then strike 3 called on the breaking ball. And that's Lumen's second strikeout of the game only here in extra innings. Oh, breaking ball that batter dodges, but it was just a little bit outside the zone. Candia is the batter. And now a hot grounder that goes foul, third base line.
See, they're going to get a backpack vacuum cleaner, huh?
Yeah, I don't have any of that.
Some dummy had that idea.
Oh, no, you can't do that.
And now a hit by pitch. Lumens is saying he leaned into it. Certainly looked like he did, but the umpire gave him the bag, and his say is final.
Left fielder,
It's at a
Dan Loria.
critical moment in the game. A's manager Tyler Martin out to argue the point. Well, I don't know if he leaned into it. He certainly made no great effort to get out of the way, and it was wasn't a fastball. It was a breaking ball that didn't break, so he had time. So he takes one for the team, and the Orioles have a base runner. Top of the 8th, 1 man on, 1 out, and a pinch hitter for the Orioles, Romano. Inside pitch, Romano does get out of the way of it.
Can you imagine what would happen if Clay was up there and leaned in like that? Umpire says, stay here.
And now lifted into shallow right. Maldonado goes back and gets it. 2 away. Landwehr, the batter.
Now batting, Jack Landwehr.
Throw over to first by Lumens. He's back in time. Choppy grounder. Foul up the third base line. Candia goes, and this one into right field, caught by McCarty, and the Orioles go down, leaving 1 man stranded. And the A's will be up in the bottom of the 8th, needing 1 run to take a game from the Orioles. This is Sheboygan A's Baseball, brought to you by DeFore Advertising. Pitching change for the Orioles. Landwehr heads to the mound. Cole Hiley will lead off for the A's.
Bottom of the eighth for Sheboygan, Cole Hiley.
Landwehr winds and delivers. Ball one, that one inside. Landwehr certainly put some mustard on that one. It didn't find the zone. Foul into the backstop. 1-1. Hiley 1 for 3 in this game. Wanting hit number 2. 1-2 the count. Strike 3 called. That one just caught the corner. Hiley didn't think so, but he heads back to the dugout. 1 away.
Next up for Sheboygan, first baseman
Chad Langley now the batter. Landwehr really throwing gas, but faster it comes in, the faster it goes out. And if you don't find the zone, it's all moot. Last pitch in the dirt. 2-1. Next pitch, a called strike. Swing, and this one a grounder to short. Throw made. 2 away.
designated hitter, Evans.
Grant Evans now. He'll watch a ball. And then take a strike. Another pitch in the dirt. That'll make it 3-1. Swing and a foul grounder over third base.
Well, it's coming. You don't say when, but I'm saying you don't know how easy it's going to be to put in.
Special message request on video recording. Is it working like that?
I don't know. We don't have everything.
And Evans gets a walk after a full count.
But this family that's here, this event, yeah, they're here a lot.
ball one to Trevor Tyson.
Well, that's what they said to win the game.
Tyson takes strike one. That pitch was another in the dirt. 2-1. Tyson searching for that pitch to drive. Hopefully get an extra baser here. Evans was almost caught in no man's land there. I don't know if a hit and run was called or what, or if he tried to steal of his own volition, but he didn't get a good jump and was almost thrown out by Heelan, but he was back in time. 2-2 the count. Pitch is low.
Oh, he should get a running start. Still have an extra base hit.
And now Evans can take off running. And he does. But Tyson
Oh, that's the spot they wanted.
grounds out to first. And that's it for the A's. 8 complete. Still 2-2. This is Sheboygan A's Baseball, brought to you by Dufour Advertising. Leading off the ninth for the Orioles will be Max Colombo. So it looks like we're playing a full 9.
Happy birthday, Danny.
And then the game scheduled for 7. First leg of a doubleheader.
Hello. My friend has a birthday. His name is Alex Gilbert.
And now a shot into left that will fall. Base hit for Colombo.
Second baseman, number 7, Rick Angel.
Rick Angel is the batter. Ball one. Now Lumen steps off and gathers himself. Back on again. Bunt attempt. Bunt is laid down. Lumens fields. Throws to first. Maldonado covering as Langley charged in. Makes the out. That's one away.
Shortstop, Eric Susans.
Eric Susani. Strike one called. Lumen still working strong here in the ninth. And now a hit and run is on. But it's a fly ball. Hiley makes the throw. And that's it. And that is the scenic play of the game. Cole Hiley catches it and guns him out at second.
4-5-6. You want yourself a dinner at the Scenic Bar.
What a play. What a play that was. Colombo was all the way to third practically, and he turned tail and went back to second, but Hiley got him. And that ends the Orioles' chances. And the A's are coming up in the bottom of the ninth. This is Sheboygan A's baseball. I'm Jared Ertman here at Wildwood Park. Leading off for the A's, Dan Barwick. Foul into the backstop. 1-1. And now no. Two and two the count. Another foul into the backstop. Grounder foul over by first base. Ball in the dirt will fill the count. Landwehr working here, trying to deny the A's and get his team back in the offensive frame. But he's not going to be able to do it that way. Barwick gets a walk.
Next up for Sheboygan, number 10, Pete Trantonio.
And now a new batter for the A's, Pete Trentonio. Lefty squares to bunt. Lays a nice one. And Landwehr slipped and fell trying to field it, but it was fielded by Mitadero, and throw was made. Rick Angel covered. Greg Root up. And they're giving him the intentional walk to put 4 outs at all the bases.
Getting a little closer each time.
And now there are
Long ball pitches harder than most people throw their strikes.
Greg Root at first. Barwick at second. 1 away. And Luke Maldonado is the batter. A grounder to second. And the Orioles will turn to. And the A's are taken out of the inning. And after 9 complete, it remains 2-2. Orioles due up in the top of the 10th. And it will be John Ryan, Mitadero, and then Heelan. Flip over to the next page. So into the top of the 10th we go.
Leading off the 10th inning, the Lombard John Ryan.
It's been a 2-2 ball game for most most of the game. In fact, since the fourth inning. Well, if it weren't for a few errors by the A's, they would have already have won. But as it is, we head into another extra inning. Swing and a grounder foul. First baseline. Two and two the count. And now the count is full. Lumens deals, and that one foul over the right field line. And now a shot into left. Hiley goes back, makes a catch. And up comes Nick Mitadero. Mitadero swings on the first pitch. Into right it goes. McCarty tracks it and makes the catch. Two away.
Catcher, number 15, Scott Heelan.
Scott Heelan. And now a deep shot. That one falls on the warning track. Heelan will take two. And the Orioles stay on the offensive side of the plate. Pinch hitter, Stefano Belmonte. Little mound conference now. A's discussing the situation, and that situation is runner aboard second, 2 outs. Top of the 10th. Lumens throws a curve. It's and now one goes over the head of the batter, and Heelan will advance to third, and now the situation is much more tenuous. 2 balls, no strikes. Three and 0 now. Lumens needing to get one across here. And he does. Lumens looks in. Sets and delivers. Strike 2. And the count is full. These are the situations that make baseball exciting. Swing in a hot grounder. That one just went foul up the third base line. That was close. Real close. So another full count. Lumen sets and delivers. Ball 4. That's better than a hit in this case, from the A's perspective. Runners on the corners now. Stout heading out to the mound to discuss with Lumens the situation. It's also so a little bit more tenuous now, but Force at second now. Gloria the batter. Strike 1 called. Lumens bent one in. Now sends one outside. Lumens sets, delivers, ball 2, that one just missed outside. Now a curveball, this one a grounder and an error. It was a grounder between second and first. A run will score because Langley couldn't get to it. Maldonado came over and fielded it. Lumens was covering the bag, but Maldonado's throw went wide. And that gives Lombard a 1-1 lead here in the top of the 10th. Runners on second and third. Now, after more than 9 innings pitched, Derek Lumens will be pulled, and the crowd here at Wildwood giving him a hearty ovation. Battled for 9 2/3 innings, allowing 9 hits and 3 runs. But his efforts were frustrated by fielding errors. And you have to feel that Lumens was not efficiently supported by the A's defense, but of course that may not be an issue as the A's get their chance in the bottom half of the frame, but right now they still have to get this last out against the Orioles. Mitch Gardner is the new pitcher. Gardner's first pitch is a ball. And now one into shallow center. Barwick charging in. He makes the catch at his shoelaces. And that's a nice play. The A's have had some of those tonight. Or today, as it were. 2 left stranded. But the Orioles score 1. And it's 3-2 going into the bottom of the 10th. This is Sheboygan A's Baseball brought to you by DeFore Advertising. Leading off for the A's in the bottom of the 10th, Harry Stout.
Leading off the bottom of the 10th, number 17, Harry Stout.
Stout misses. Swing and a miss again. 0-2 to Stout. And now a hot grounder that hits the gap between second and first. Opposite fielder for Harry Stout. And up comes Cole Hiley. Hiley squares to bunt, pulls back, ball 1. Hiley squares up and then he pops one up. That's away. That's a questionable call by manager Tyler Martin, having your number 4 hitter bunt. And Hiley is, you gotta let him swing away. But the moment is done. And Chad Langley is the batter. 1 man aboard, 1 out here in the bottom of the 10th at Wildwood Baseball Park. And now a shot back to the pitcher. And 2 is turned. And the Lombard Orioles take a 3rd game from the Sheboygan A's. A 3-2 heartbreaker in 10 innings. Losing pitcher Derek Lumens. Winning pitcher for the Lombard Orioles. Just give me a second. 3 pitchers pitched for Lombard. Landwehr finished up the game, and I think he'll be given credit for the save. Stoley will get credit for the win. Mamlik and Plaza pitched an inning each. 3-2 final score. Once again, 9 hits by each team. Couple of errors by the A's allowed Lombard chances, including back in the first, an infield fly that would have ended the inning. Instead, no one caught it and a run scored. In a 1-run 10-inning game, you have to say that's the difference. Of course, to the A's credit, they had some really nice plays out there. Recently, a shoestring catch by Barwick in center, and Cole Hiley double up a runner after catching one in left, but that kind of play was not consistent throughout, and despite a chance to take a game, the A's do not, and they are 0-3 this weekend versus Lombard. And they have one more game coming up. Scheduled first pitch is 4 o'clock. We will see if that will be the case, as the grounds crew is now out dragging the field, hosing it down. Teams stretching and staying loose between games. So a 3-2 loss in game 1 of this doubleheader. And the second game will be coming up in minutes, about 20 of them. I'm Jared Ertman, signing off for now.